Bitton is a French criminal defense lawyer. He's not working on Rivoire's case, but he was able to give us a glimpse into the French legal system. We spoke earlier, and I began by asking him to comment on that statement by the French Ministry of Justice.
The French Ministry of Justice is raising two legal issues that were quite predictable for me as a criminal defense lawyer. The first issue is the statute of limitation to bring an accused person before a court. And the second legal issue is the principle of no extradition of nationals.
I'm hoping for a point of clarification specifically on the statute of limitations. So I've given you the original French wording. I'm going to read the English translation very quickly for our audience. So that statement said, in close relation with Canada, France has requested all the elements enabling the facts to be established and the limitation period for public action to be interrupted. So I'm just wondering how you interpret the last part of that where it talks about the limitation period for public action to be interrupted. How do you interpret that?
Okay. Basically, as everyone knows, to file a criminal complaint for a criminal offense, there are some statutes of limitation, a time limitation to take action. Now, what the French government is saying is that this is an issue because the facts, the accusations are very old. And basically, there is a statute of limitation for rapes. But this statute of limitation can be interrupted. What does it mean? Interrupted, an interruption means that this time limitation will start again. For example, if it was 10 years, it's interrupted, it will start again for 10 years. Exactly the same if it was 20 years, 30 years, etc. What are the causes of interruption? Basically, it's the filing of a complaint. This is an interruption. And then each time the Canadian authorities make any investigation, take any measure, any legal measure, that's a new cause of interruption, and again the time limitation starts again. So basically, the government of France is requesting the Canadian authorities to provide them with all the legal documents, filing of complaint, investigations, etc., showing that the statutes of limitation have been interrupted to determine whether we are still on time to bring the case to court. The sub-issue, I would say, in this question of statutes of limitation is that today the statute of limitation for a rape on an underage victim is 30 years. But at the time of those crimes, it wasn't 30 years. It was probably 10 years, maybe 20 years. So this will be another cause of difficulty.
So, Avi, in French law, which statute would apply? Would it be the current one of 30 years, or would they go to the historic one that was relevant at the time of the alleged crimes?
Well, normally, when a crime is committed, the statute of limitation of that period of time is applicable. But if this time limitation has been interrupted and then a new French law came and extended the duration of this time limitation, then the new law will apply, will be applicable. But the condition is that when the new law enter into force, the previous statute of limitation has not lapsed yet.
Basically, it seems to me from what you've said, it all comes down to timing about whether or not this could ever make it to court in France. It really comes down to the timing and how many interruptions there have been and whether the 30 or the 10-year rule will apply. Is that accurate?
Yes. That's the whole issue, yes. That's the question.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup, Avi, for your time today.